So I got a comment or a question on the channel about what to take to hard rock, because on one of my videos I talk about taking too much stuff, and so I've kind of given a big reply to the question from Michael, but I thought I'd kind of break this down a little bit because I used to take the backpack, and if you ride with a backpack regularly, that's probably a good idea if you've not done an Enduro before or hard rock, to just take your backpack, ride with what you normally ride with. But I've kind of tried to cut this down. So one multi-tool, that's the new one, Crank Brothers, that I've got. So I'll probably take that. I got this tool roll, which came in the Raptor bag from Osprey. And so this unfurls, and it's pretty cool. And you can keep all your tools in it. So in here I've got a spoke tensioner, which you can use to get valves out. I've got a spare valve in there. I've got puncture repair kit and some money and change. And so if I open this up, then kind of a little bit of first aid, CO2 canister, puncture repair kit, sun cream, doddy tip. Haven't needed it, but it works. So I tend to ride with long sleeves so that I don't have to use too much sun cream across the day. I prefer long sleeves, and then if I fall off, it's a bit more forgiving, a bit more of a puncture repair kit. So this is all cool. So I pack this back up. Okay, and to be honest, I probably will thin it out a bit. There's various other things that I include in the toolkit. So there's another GMB Tech doddy tip where you take a piece of gear cable, shifting cable, and you trim it right down, and so that I'm just going to roll that up for now, and so that if your shifting cable goes, you just attach it to the back and give yourself like a single speed. So I've definitely seen as a marshal on hard rock where somebody's rear shifting cable's gone and they just don't have any way to cut it down, and so it's always a good idea. So what I do, take this toolkit out. I don't use the bag anymore. I usually have maybe 2 bars like this, and then maybe 2 gels. I try not to use gels because they're just a bit sugary. CO2, rear mech hanger, which goes back in here. So there we go. There's most of the kit. Some first aid stuff, really basic. Keep it simple. There's lots of marshals at hard rock. A few zip ties. Again, they'll get packed into this bag. Okay, this is for a 24-hour endurance event, the winter chiller, which I didn't need to take this. So I don't really carry a pump, I carry the CO2. Gloves and glasses, obviously, you're going to be carrying 2 tubes, they go on the bike. I bought these from Amazon, which I used to attach the tubes on the bike. I got like 50 for a £5 or something, so I shared it out amongst my friends. So just Velcro strips that you tie onto things. Brilliant. It's better than zip ties. You can reuse zip ties, but it's just easier. And then in terms of water now, I've got this hydration impact protection vest, which is lightweight. It's got a back protector, and then you've got an area where you can drop in a reservoir. So I tend not to carry the backpack, I just put the reservoir of water. I can manage about 2 litres or 1.5 litres for the first kind of half of hard rock. And then everything gets stashed in a good pair of Enduro shorts in this case. So they have plenty of pockets, and I'll try and put the gels and the bars in these small lower pockets, which I don't really notice once I've got my knee pads on. Once the knee pads are on, it doesn't bounce off you so much. You don't really notice it. Then front pocket, phone, obviously. Other front pocket, I might stash stuff I need really quickly. So that might be a gel, but I try to keep those in these lower pockets. Might be a bit of first aid. And then I'll go around the back, and this is where I'll store the tools. So these deep pockets at the back are perfect. So let's have a look, see. So I get this tool roll, drop it into the back pocket. On the other side, I'll carry a multi-tool for quick access, and again it just keeps it away from my knees. And I'll stash in maybe a gel, a biscuit, and my go-to peanut butter and jam, or peanut butter and jelly as Americans like to say, sandwich. So that'll go in the back there as well. So that's it really. So you've got first aid and tools stashed on, a sandwich in there, and that just gives you a bit of impact protection in case you do fall on your butt. Peanut butter and jam sandwich works well. So I take a normal square of bread, peanut butter and jam sandwich, cut it in half, wrap it in foil, 2 separate bits of foil, and stash it. And then I can pull it out dead easy, dead quick. So that's about it. So, you know, I can put all of that in the backpack, but it's nice to ride pretty much without a backpack. And then, you know, done and dusted. Everybody's going to be different. I think the key thing to stress is that, you know, the level of fitness you've got, the level of calories you've got to take in is really down to you. So you've got to assess what you need. And you can only do that by practicing long day rides, you know, 25, 30 miles. Always start with a good breakfast in the morning, as many hours as is feasible before the start of the race, and hydrate heavily before the race. That's one of the biggest mistakes I made in the first year. So that's it really, and everything pretty much goes in the shorts and then just the backpack, and I'm done. So yeah, you know, the CO2 I'll either strap to the bike, or again I'll just drop into the back of the shorts there as well. It just makes it easier, and the tubes go on the bike. So yeah, all right, hopefully that might be helpful for anybody who is going to do an enduro event or an all-day ride, or even do a race for the first time. But do bear in mind, the practice days help you out. You can get a really good judgment of what you're going to need to carry for the day. You definitely take sun cream. That's a mistake I see so many people do. Crazy people.